could stay up late. Ooh, my mama says I gotta go to bed 'cause dinner's on his way.
Well, the Hot Chocolate Nutcracker has become actually a favorite. This is year 7 for us, and I see not anything other than growth of the audience. Last year was our first time downtown at the Dorothy Chandler. Before that, we were at Royce Hall, and the audience just got bigger, and it did so well, they invited us to come back. And I think it's wonderful that we bring a fresh take on such a classic, traditional, you know, holiday celebration, and have made it culturally vibrant and relevant to a whole nother, you know, generation of young people. Because, you know, it's not just ballet, it's hip hop, it's contemporary, there's skating, there's Cirque du Soleil techniques. It's got all of those things that get people excited.
You know, how did you decide, you know, what thespians could bring this production to life? Like, were you part of the casting process?
Well, the actors, I've cast everyone. I wrote this, I choreographed, I came up with all the characters, and I just called my friends and people that I love to use their music or have them write something for us. And that wasn't a very difficult task. Arturo Sandoval wrote some incredible music, as did Coco Gagnon. You wouldn't know her, she's in New York right now. And then there's my son, Norman Nixon Jr., who wrote quite a bit of the music. So it's a labor of love. Ricky Minor, who has been working with us on everything we do, everything Dada. And this year is going to be really special. We have Tashina Arnold returning as the mother. We have Matthew Johnson playing the father. He's amazing. And this time we have Tisha Campbell playing Ray Ray and Myrtle, which is so much fun. And the Rats, I'm back again one more time. I said last year was going to be the last year, but not getting out of it so easy.
So do you direct yourself? Because I was going to ask, you know, as an actress on Grey's Anatomy, you know, how hard or easy is it to kind of be in both lanes? Like, how do you take direction, especially with your brevity of experience, if you're maybe working with someone who has a little less experience than you? Like, how do you sit back and kind of, do you bite your tongue, or do you give feedback as an actress when you're being directed by someone else? Oh, being directed by someone else? Well, I wear a couple of different hats at Grey's Anatomy. I'm the executive producing director, which is a position that requires me to hire the directors and also to indoctrinate them into the idea of what we're looking for on our show, or to spark them and inspire them to bring creative new ideas of things we haven't done. So as an actress, I take direction. I mean, I was just directed by one of our favorite directors, Jeannot. He's a little Frenchman. Debbie, what are you doing? I don't know if I believe it. I said, okay, I'll do it again. I like acting. It's a whole nother ball game. Well, I watched a lot of your interviews where you talked about being a woman of color and being rejected as a director early on in your career, being rejected for opportunities. So when you mention, you know, walking in your purpose, if you're at an earlier stage in your career where people are telling you, no, you're not good enough, or, you know, you're black, or you're a woman, you know, how do you take those no's and those rejections and turn them into, you know, how do you benefit from them in the long run?
Well, I think the real answer is believing in yourself and knowing your value, and that you are really working on your skills, whatever it is your profession or your goals are, that you're constantly working to improve yourself. I was rejected by everyone, totally, and here I sit. So you have to stay in the game, number one. You can't just fall apart, and hopefully those challenges will make you stronger. It did for me. I mean, I grew up with the racial divide in Texas, where we couldn't go to the movie theater because we were black. We couldn't go to restaurants. You all don't quite know from that. This is a different time, but a lot of people you know, went through a lot of pain and even died so that we can vote, go to restaurants. These were not given, you know, we had to go and take that, and that was taken by a whole diverse, wonderful community of people that were of every religious background, every ethnicity. You know, the abolition of slavery did not happen with black people alone fighting it. There was a universe. You know, racial segregation was not overcome by black people alone. There was this world. So we're still in that world, and right now I think we're getting a little wake-up call about what we need to be paying attention to. Well, I've been working on Freeze Frame, Stop the Madness. This is a piece that gives a face and a voice to our young people in the inner city, their struggles with gangs and police and bullying and just self-worth, and how the arts can uplift their lives. We just played the Kennedy Center to a standing room only, sold out house, and now we're trying to raise money to take this production to at least a 10-city tour to get started, because it is a work that will bring people together, make people talk to one another, help us find solutions to a lot of the problems that we're facing daily, every day.
Are there any other productions that are holiday productions that you could have chosen, like, are created?
I think I chose the one that makes sense. Mm-hmm. The Nutcracker is something that is a tradition. Yes, the Russian created the music, Tchaikovsky score, but it was here in America that the Nutcracker became this worldwide family phenomenon with Balanchine many years ago. He realized that a Christmas show would help his company stay alive. And so my personal rabbi, Gil Cates, who was the creative genius at the Geffen, who produced the Academy Awards probably 15, 20 times, I don't know how many times, he used to always say to me, "Kid, you need to get a Christmas show. You know you could do something." So I sat on it for a long time, and I thought about it, and I reinvented it based a lot on my son, who I just saw roaming around here. When he was little, I took him to see the Nutcracker downtown, and he was bored to death. He was all of maybe 6 years old, and he screamed out at the Dorothy Chandler out loud, "Mom, when is the rat coming?" So the rat was the Mouse King. I said, okay, the boys want to see the rats.
Oh wait, why only 2 nights?
Well, it's a 3,000 seater. That's a big audience. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be 12,000 people that see it if we sell it out all the way. Because we have a school show and 3 public performances.
That's what's gonna ask, is it like available? Is it going to kind of
The school show is sold out. And we're so thrilled. I can tell you that we are subsidized by Ms. Wallace Annenberg and the Annenberg Foundation. They help us do everything we do. And Barry Gordy and the Gordy Foundation, Shonda Rhimes, has been a very generous supporter of what we do. But Denzel and Pauletta Washington, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, and the AIDS Health Foundation underwrote the school shows. Wow. Which is big, because it's about the kids. It's about them getting there to see themselves. So we just hope everybody else will come in and, you know, fill up those seats.
And do you take this in other cities? No. Only here?
I've been asked to take it to Washington, to New York. It's too hard, it's big.
Yeah.
We'd have to have some real money behind us to do it, or I'd have to just do it all there.